right, y'all. It's prep for year 40. I'm not going to say that number. I may expose it at some other time, but to do my prep for my new year. My new year is on my birthday. My birthday falls in April 2nd to be exact. So I think by the time y'all see this video, it will be my birthday. So right now I'm going to get my nails done and my feet done and get a couple things for work this week and a couple things that I need for the house. And I'm planning on having a wonderful, amazing day. I'm planning on not allowing anything to disturb my peace. I'm a little sore. I spent some time with family. Ooh, excuse me. I spent some time with family yesterday, and the aftermath of that is I am spent. My body is a little sore for whatever reason, but I did enjoy the time spent with my mom and my siblings and a few of my nieces and nephews. It was really nice. Happy belated Easter. I hope you don't be a fool on April Fools, and I hope that April brings you everything your heart desires. And I'm speaking I am going to speak it into existence that April is going to be good to me. It's my month, y'all. So let me go do my self-care. I'll pick y'all up in a second. Hey y'all, it's Key. Welcome to my channel. I know everybody that come is new here, so can y'all please like and subscribe and participate in the comment section. I wanted to come on and discuss aging and aging gracefully, and how do we do that, or do we know how to do that? Are we doing it gracefully? Um, One of the things that piqued my concern is we are losing way too many women to health issues that can be avoided. We just lost a content creator to cancer. She was misdiagnosed. The same cancer that she lost her life to. I lost a friend last year, diagnosed in March, and she was gone by Thanksgiving the same year. And it just, in my opinion, but I believe it was not her time to go. She was put here to do something. She was a force to be reckoned with. Amazing person. A very genuine. She was her to the end. She was her. She was definitely a stamp in this here life, you know. But I wanted to talk about some of the things that I personally have experienced that has, you know, I never really sat back to consider, thinking about my health, any extreme that I need to be looking at things and taking things more seriously. April 2nd is my birthday. And I'm in my 40s. And I do have some fears and some concerns. I'm okay. But as far as like family history, I have some fears and some concerns that, I kind of want to, take more seriously. I don't think that a lot of things are hereditary. That is my own unpopular opinion. But I do feel like the way we were raised and the things that we do can cause us to have a lot of similarities in health issues as our family. My grandmother passed and she wasn't even 50. And when she passed, she had had she had a foot amputated due to gangrene. She had a few fingers amputated because of gangrene. She was diabetic and she was um, on dialysis, and she was on insulin. She did not change her eating habits, her cooking ways. She didn't change any of those things. My grandmother was from Alexandria, Louisiana, and if you know Southern cooking, Southern lifestyle, then you know how she lived. She was a very wonderful person, and I fully believe that she should be here today. And so, with watching her, I was so young when she was going through her battle with illness, but I was also one of the people who helped take care of her. And I was in elementary school administering insulin shots and getting her to the dialysis van so that they can take her to her appointment. Cleaning up her wound from her amputations. I was a part of that regiment that, helping her bathe. Because she didn't believe in, kids being too young to do things. I mean, I grew up doing things and I appreciate it. I grew up doing things that prepare you for life, in my opinion, and helps you to cope and deal. It really helps you to mature and grow up rather quickly. Um, and so it made me realize I didn't want to have the same thing happen to me. I know I can't live dependent on medication that I have to administer to myself via a needle. I know that I'm just not capable of that. I mean, if I had to, I would quickly learn to grow into that, but I don't know if I could, as of right now, I don't know that I can do that. So we were talking about women's health in the shop this past Saturday, and I was introducing to clients. And I like to make introductions with my clients because a lot of them have amazing things going on in life and it can be resourceful to someone else. We just never know that. So I make it a point to, if they cross paths, to introduce them and give a little bit of the things that they're into. And in the introduction, we learned that my one client was turning 40 soon. And that day was another client's birthday, and my birthday is coming up. And my client was talking about how she was feeling unlike herself. And she had expressed this to her doctor, and her doctor told her that women don't realize that perimenopause happens years before your last period. It starts, you get those signs and symptoms well before your last period. We just don't pay attention to it. Well, I had a hysterectomy May 7th, 2019. And about 5 years prior to that, I had my fallopian tubes removed due to a failed birth control. Um, um, but I still have my ovaries. We didn't talk about hormone therapy after I had my hysterectomy, and I'm not big on taking medication and whatnot unnecessarily. So I have never taken, up until recently, any kind of supplements to help me with maybe estrogen, or, I did do like vitamin D, and I did my vitamins, but I didn't do anything specifically to help with menopause. Lately, I've been adding collagen to like my coffee for bone health, um, because I have been experiencing some things with my bones and my joints and my muscles lately, or lack of muscles. But anyway, I've been experiencing a lot of things with that. I've been having some issues with my right leg that I need to get checked out immediately. I don't get good sleep. My short term memory is just gone kaput. I'm just noticing that, I will be having a conversation about something and I will forget a word and it will take me forever to get that word back. Or, my short term memory is just, it's almost scary. And if you're anything like me, when I'm on social media, I'm looking at specific things over and over and over again. Like, I love watching the caretakers of family members with dementia and Alzheimer's. And because I watch that, it's in the back of my mind. So when I can't remember something that I should remember, I do get a little frightened, like, ugh, you know, um, what if I get dementia? There's people on social media who are in their 30s with dementia and Alzheimer's. And why are these things happening to people so young? Like, why. What is the thing that is triggering dementia, cancer, fibroids? Like, what is it that's going on that's making these things happen at such a high rate, a high number? And how can we avoid that? One thing that I know that I need to do is pay attention to my health. I need to pay a lot of attention to my health. Um, I can go months in uncomfortable with some type of pain. When I had fibroids, I have very high pain tolerance, a very high pain tolerance. My periods will come and I'm like, okay, I got this. You know, I suffer from migraines since elementary school. And if you had the migraines that I had, a little period pain was nothing, you know. But when my fibroids got to the point where I was in the hospital every month trying to deal with pain, it just, that was something that I needed to take care of. Now, I had an ablation right before I got my fallopian tubes removed for fibroids, and I remember having painful periods, and that ablation did not help me. I was having heavy periods actually, and it didn't really help me. But I had a failed birth control. I had the Essure, ESSURE is when they put a titanium rod into your fallopian tubes and it scars the lining, the inner lining of your fallopian tubes, and they're supposed to heal around that titanium rod. Well, one of mine, they shot, I forget the name of the fluid, short term memory, um, iodine, I believe, and they shoot that into your fallopian tube to see if it's set properly. Well, you can see that it shot right through my fallopian tube, so I had to go into surgery to get both of them. Well, they were removing one, but they removed the second one just as a safety measure. So there's actually a class action lawsuit with Essure going on. I didn't read any more into it. Um, and so years later, the fibroids happened. And because I had a stroke before, I've had a stroke, they couldn't give me birth control. So to try to fight the fibroids. So they went on ahead and did a what they call a total hysterectomy or a full hysterectomy, but I still have my ovaries. And in my opinion, it was the best decision I ever made. At first, it was hard for me to make that decision, but it was the best decision I ever made. I had a new quality of life that did not include pain. Um, I was able to smile again. I was in a whole relationship, so it was difficult for him and I because it's hard for someone to watch you in pain all the time. So when that went away, um, home life was, it became amazing again because I was able to live. Like I got pictures that we'd taken when I'm still trying to go out with him, you know, and do things. And I was just uncomfortable. Like my face was flushed, just my skin tone was flushed because I was just in pain. And so um, I got that done. And then not long after I got the hysterectomy done, I had a cyst burst. And that pain, I thought I was dying. But my gynecologist, she's like, oh, that's normal. It happens to a lot of people. Well, if you went in to do a hysterectomy, why do I still have cyst bursting? I don't understand it. I understand it now, but I didn't understand it then. But you have to be an advocate for your own health. This young lady who passed should not have passed at such a young age from something that could have, you know, she could have been given an opportunity to fight. Why are doctors being negligent? Some of that is they just, you know, some of them are, some of them miss stuff because we don't bring up certain things. Take notice of what's going on with yourself. Ask people around you, are they noticing things about you? Because I'm sure my husband thought I was crazy with the things that I had been going through. And how I had been behaving. I remember at one point I actually told him, I think I'm depressed, and really it was, you know, perimenopause or menopause. And by me having surgery, it threw me into a chemical imbalance immediately. almost like it's a change of things. Your body has been drastically changed. And that's not to scare anyone, but it has. And so I had to reconfigure things internally. Now I know better, so I may take some supplements. Like, for example, I'm drinking black cohosh root tea, and I have honey that, I order the honey sticks, and it's supposed to help with hot flashes. In my opinion, I have not found anything that helps with hot flashes. I just have to roll with it. And nobody fully prepares you for that, even. Like, I've had a hot flash at one point, and I thought I was going to faint. I thought it lasts forever. I had just cut my hair into a pixie cut, and it was a wasted style because my scalp sweat. I was just, it was a strange feeling, and it lasted for maybe 4 minutes, but I felt like it lasted for 30 minutes. Um, I have to sleep with the fan directly on me, and then I have my ceiling fan on, and then I have the AC usually on 67, 68. My poor husband. I do carry a fan with me everywhere I go. I have water by the bed. I keep my sheets light. I cannot sleep without a blanket, so I keep, you know, everything light on the bed. Um, and some days I take 3 showers because I sweat, and I didn't used to sweat. Um, I have a terrible time focusing. Like, my lack of focus is serious, and it stunts my growth because I'm self-employed and there's so many things that I need to keep up with and catch on to and do, and I can't because I just can't maintain the focus. I noticed that I have and had a lot of heart palpitations, um, and um, now the newest thing is my hair is changing. I'm noticing some thinning and some breaking where I was always able to grow hair down my butt real quick. It's still pretty full, but like, my hair is thinning, my hairline is moving, and all of those things, and I don't like that. So I need to get back on. I need to. I think my next step is I may go ahead and get a blood analysis on my hormones to see what am I lacking. I know I need to pick back up on my vitamin D. Um, I'm not sure if I'm anemic. I was at one point in my life. I don't know if I am now. So that shows you that I have not been focusing on my health. Um, my metabolism is just it. What is that? Like, it's a blown engine at this point. I'm gaining weight in my midsection area like there's no tomorrow, and it's hard for me to lose it, and it's hard for me to be enthused to do anything about it. Um, my patience is. I enjoy my alone time. I can't do a lot of peopling because, you know, I run on empty real quick. So I have to figure that out. I don't know what to say. I enjoy my quiet time, and it's when you're in a relationship that could be hard because that would make your significant other feel unwanted, and that is not the case. It's just that trying to refill my battery nowadays is tough. It is tough, but I'm working on it, praying about it. Um, every day I'm making a list of things that I want to try and to do and experience just to kind of pique my interest to get all of those things back. Um, but I really feel like I'm a woman of a certain age, and I'm not going backwards. You still get that, oh, you look so young and all of that, and I appreciate that, but I don't feel young. I feel like I need a full workover. Like, I need a full workover. All I can think of is the movie The Oz, when they found the Tin Man and he needed the oil in order to talk and move and dance, and he was okay. And then when he cried, he rusted, you know. It's all I think about when it comes to me because it is difficult. It is really, really hard. But I want to see more women start taking control of their own health and body issues. I see way too many women come into my salon and they say they're not stressed or any of those things, and it is clear it's all over them. But also, not to bring this into the conversation, but when we were on quarantine and going through COVID, and if you had COVID and all of that, I believe that did something to us too. Um, Being in a house for so long with no communication, like that did something to us as well. Um, I'm noticing when I'm out and about or driving, people are so unhinged, loose cannons. And that scares me because when you can't control your anger, your anxiety, your stress to the point where you want to take it out and um, direct it to someone who has nothing to do with that feeling that you're experiencing, that is scary. That is very scary. And so that is another reason why I try to stay in the house as much as I can because I live in a big city and I just try to avoid people when I see them looking like they are or could be unhinged. I'm nice to people because you just never know. Even when I feel like they are wrong, I'm still very kind. For example, I had a me day today to prep for birthday celebrations. I went and got my nails done, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I went to a new salon or a different nail salon than I would go to normally, and the service was terrible. I didn't like, okay, so the finished product came out very well. I love the finished product. However, if I was to take this polish off my nails, it would be a travesty. Like it would be an honest, and it's just some simple stuff. But it's also inspired me to self evaluate because I know lately it's been rough for some clients coming in. Like I really enjoy the silent appointments. And my clients know I talk. I'm going to talk. We are going to talk, laugh. I'm going to act silly. We may even get loud, but my battery is on E. My battery is just on E. Um, so I encourage you, if you made it this far in the video, I encourage y'all to check in on yourself, sit down, take a day, a week, and just evaluate you, how you feel, check your temperature, so that we can continue to age gracefully. Um, and if you need an accountability partner, we're gonna have to figure that out. We can, I don't know, maybe say something in the comments and we can get a sister circle going and we can all make sure we're okay. But we have to do better and take care of ourselves. We have women having heart attacks too, y'all. And stress and anxiety will take your hair out and you can have heart attacks with that. And excuse me, lack of rest, poor diet, and certain deficiencies can take us out of here. It can take us right down, and we don't want that. So, like I said, I'm going to start with the blood analysis on my hormones and go from there. Add a little more exercise to my life, a few more breaks from work, um, and go from there. And I hope that you found some helpful information in this video. And if you can relate, let's have a conversation in the comments. I love open dialogue where we can find some type of resolution to an issue that we may have. We don't know what we don't know. So if you made it this far, go ahead and like and subscribe and, you know, don't be afraid to talk about your experience. We got to do better, okay? Keep it cute, keep it light, and peace be unto us.